Are out and about tracking the impact of load shedding on citizens. Mawande Kheswa joins me now from Durban. Mawande, what's the situation like there?
Well, we are in the Durban North at this moment in time, and whoever presses that switch to turn off the lights at Eskom is definitely a person who's always on time. Durban North was due to have load shedding at 8 a.m. and indeed, not at 1 minute past 8, it was 8 o'clock on the dot. Perhaps you might hear the sound of generators in and around the area. I'm not too sure if it's audible or not, but load shedding has definitely started in Durban North, as well as other various areas within Durban. If I may just move out of shot, perhaps you might see in the distance that the robots are not operational, cars moving down and coming up. This is quite a busy area with a number of businesses in and around this area here. Restaurants, there's also a garage there for people to put some fuel. There's pharmacies, there's restaurants, so it's quite a buzzing area during the day. Businesses have not yet opened in the area, except for one pharmacy that I'm able to see on my right hand side, and they are using generators at this moment in time, so they do have a backup plan, but that is not the case for all businesses. But it's business as usual despite the issue of load shedding.
One is wondering about those that do not have a backup plan, Mawande, and I'm talking about the small businesses that actually rely on power to even survive and stay open. And as I was saying earlier on, that those small businesses are the ones that actually hire a significant portion of the labor force.
Well, for the majority of them, generators are not something that they can acquire. But from the previous run of load shedding that we had and my interaction with them, businesses make a plan. It's no longer a situation where it's something that they regard as a catastrophe, but also dependent on the nature of the business that you're running. For an example, for barbershops, what they do is then they always have clippers that are battery operated as a backup. So in the events that load shedding does strike, they simply grab those clippers and they use them. And for hairdressers, majority of what they may need to do is not reliant on electricity, and they schedule their appointments accordingly. So depending on the nature of the business, some businesses can continue to operate, while others, such as restaurants, may have an issue as far as operating is concerned. You have Abu Mama in the mornings who have to make amagwinya sandwiches that they sell on the street. So in a situation where they went to bed and there was load shedding, and they wake up and there's load shedding again, then there's no businesses for Mama in that scenario. So, you know, those issues do arise, but each situation is unique to itself depending on the nature of that business.
Mawande Kheswa giving us the latest from Durban.